Okay, welcome back to my channel with Mr. Kaura. Hi. Okay, in this chapter, we will discuss about demand, supply, and equilibrium, as well as with elasticity. So I will divide the video into two parts. The first one, we will discuss demand, supply, and equilibrium. And in the next part, we will discuss about elasticity, price elasticity, income elasticity. Okay, the first one, when we discuss about demand and supply, well, this is the game is actually is not longer able to be played, and this video you can play by yourself, in the Canva slide. Okay, the first one, if we discuss about demand and supply, we have to discuss what is it first. Okay, demand is basically the desire of the consumer for good and service. Yeah, the amount of things that consumer willing to buy in given price over a period of time. The effective demand is the quantity of good and service that people can afford, and willing, not only afford. Yeah, for example, I said that I will never buy the more expensive elephant because even though I can never afford it, I am not willing to buy it at given price at a specific time. Yeah, demand schedule is the table that show the quantity of good demanded and the price level. Demand curve is line that represent that demand schedule, a line graph. Yeah, so basically demand curve is representing the demand schedule. Yeah, so in the demand schedule, the right part is always the price, and the right part is always the quantity. Yeah, so like this one, this bar is price, this is the quantity. Demand curve is always thing. If there is higher price, do you want to buy it or not? Usually not, right? Because it's not worth it your money. So when price increase, demand decrease. When price decrease, demand increase. So therefore, demand is inversely proportional with the price. Okay? So therefore, the demand curve is always slope down. Yeah, that is negative correlation. Yeah, so this is the law of demand. The price is rise, people tend to buy less of a product. As the price fall, people tend to buy more. This is inversely relationship, yeah, or I said before, negative correlation. Price and demand has negative correlation. Okay, so therefore it's always slope down. Okay, when demand only affected by the price is called contraction or extension, not shift. Shift of demand is happen when in every prices the amount of demand will be changed. This is if only price that cause the change. If the price increase, there is less demand, less quantity of demand. That is called contraction of demand. When the price decrease, there is more demand. Basically, contraction is less. Extension is more quantity. Yeah, so it's extension of demand. The amount of quantity of demanded is more. Okay, so that is the extension and contraction. Now, don't mix up with shifting. Okay, the demand curve can be shifted when there is increase in income. When you have more income, you tend to buy more. That is for the normal goods. But for the inferior good that we will discuss later, for example, the product that from the local supermarket. For example, local supermarket usually produce like food that use that brand of supermarket. that is actually usually is value good, which is cheaper and less in quantity. So when the income is increased, people tend to buy the better quality than the inferior goods. So for inferior group, when the income of the buyer increase, the shift of the demand will be to the left. Yeah, remember, shift to the right mean more demand. Shift to the left mean less demand. So basically, right is more, left is decrease. Yeah. So right is increase, left is decrease. Yeah. This is applied for both demand and supply. This will affect the equilibrium. So extension and contraction of demand and supply later on will not affect the equilibrium. Yeah. Extension and contraction not affected the equilibrium. However, the shifting of demand and supply curve affected the equilibrium. And then the next one, consumer talent. Whether the consumer there is a positive issue or negative issue. For example, if you hear that eating fish is good for your health because it's a source of protein, that is positive trend. So in any price of fish, there is increasing of demand. But however, if you hear fish can contaminate by heavy metals, so therefore, there is less in a demand of fish. It's shifting to the left. Okay? And then expectation for the future price. If there is a more expensive price ahead because there is new trend ahead, maybe people will tend to buy nowadays more than later. Or maybe if we have new launches, good, for example, new iPhone. But we know next time, for several months, the price will be lower. We will not buy it currently. Yes, so it shifts the demand to the left. Okay. And then also the price of related good, which is complementary goods, this one, yeah, and substitute goods. Complementary goods basically is good that you use it together, like cereal and milk. When you eat cereal, it's impossible you eat it by only water, right? It will not tasty enough. So therefore, usually you will eat it with milk. When the price of complementary goods is decreased, the demand increase because it's more worth it now to buy more the other brand, the other goods. Yeah. However, substitution. For example, tea and coffee. When the price of tea increase, you will tend to buy more coffee for your caffeine dose rather than you only buy the tea because it's the price increase. So the demand of coffee will be saved to the right. Okay. And also, if the producers know there is a number of potential buyer because there is trend like the Labubu one, yeah, that is the shape of the event curve to the right. Okay, the increasing. Yeah, this is the shape basically is only increase to the right, decrease to the left. Yeah. So basically, what factor? This of shape of greater popularity, which this is more trendier, so it will be shift to the right. And population that like to buy rice, for example, if there is more babies born, so it's more diapers will be sold. But nowadays, actually, the amount of population is decreasing. So in several countries like Japan, there is more people that tend to be aging. So the population that buy baby diaper likely to drops. There is no more children who will use baby diapers. However, because the aging population, the adult diaper demand is increased. That is the other way. Yeah. So therefore, how many population that will buy. Then also the price of substitutes that I already explained before, price of complements, and for your expectation of to encourage buying by advertising, by tax policy, and also by, what is it? I cannot read my own note. Yeah, by the demographic changes. Yeah. So basically, if the thing that I like, I already explained before about baby diapers and adult diapers is about demographic changes. And also the tax. When the tax increase, the price will be that consumer pay will be more. So it will shift the demand to the left. It's like VAT, value added taxes. In bahasa we call pajak pertambahan nilai, which is paid by the consumer. When the VAT increase, consumer tend to buy less. Yeah. So therefore, it's about the goods. This is also only the terms. Yeah. Disposable income is the income that you can spend. Yeah. Includes state benefit like BPJS, like any jaminan hari tua ini bahasa, and exclude the direct tax and indirect tax, for example VAT. Yeah. So this is how the demand curve shape. This is supply. Supply is basically the vice versa of demand. Supply demand we observe from the side of consumer. So how many amount of good that we want to buy as consumer? Supply is we saw from the perspective of producer. How many good or service that the producer willing to be made for for answering the demand. Yeah, so basically supply is the quantity of good or service available in the market that producers are willing to offer at given price over a period of times. Can be several producers. So it's the total quantity of how much the producer willing to give to the market, to release to the market. So basically, effective supply is the total quantity from several producers of a commodity available in the market at given price. Supply schedule is the table, and supply curve is the representative of the table. It's almost the same with the demand. Okay, and then this one, supply always slope up. So it's always go up. This is always, quantity is in the x-axis and price in the y-axis. It's always, for demand and supply. So the supply is actually directly proportional or proportionate relationship or positive relation toward the price. So if the price rise, the producer, the economic consumption, willing to get more revenue. So therefore, if the supply rise, the price rise, there will be more producer willing to put these goods, to produce the goods to maximum revenue. Okay? As the price fall, supply fall. As the price rise, supply rise. This is always like all together, positive correlation. This is contraction and extension of supply. When the price rise, the supply increase. When the price fall, the supply decrease. That called contraction of supply. When the price rise, it's extension of supply. This one also cannot change the equilibrium. Yeah, the equilibrium only change when the supply is shifted, not because extension or contraction of supply that along the demand and supply that along a supply curve only because the change of price. Okay, this is the other way. There is also a fixed supply. What is fixed supply? Fixed supply is depend on the place. So, for example, there is a concert, and the concert take place in a stadium. The stadium has limited seat. You cannot add the seat. So therefore, it's called fixed supply. Fixed supply basically is because it's limited. Yeah, you cannot add however much how much the demand, you cannot add anymore. That is fixed supply. Okay, this is the same one. And then what factor actually save the supply curve? First one, natural condition of the for the production. First, especially for the food, yeah, for the natural resource one. For example, tomato. If there is a good plenty weather, very nice weather for the tomato, so for sure the supply increase because there is plenty much harvest. And then, but however, if there is drought or there is a storm that destroy the plant and you fail in the harvest, the supply decrease. This is actually the natural condition. When this is the same with the demand. When the amount of demand supply increase is shift to the right. When the amount of the supply decreases shift to the left. Okay? And then decreasing of the input prices. When the raw material price decrease, you can make more as producer. However, when the raw material price increase, you cannot make more. You should make less. So therefore, yeah, you have to think about it. And about the improvement of technology. When the improve of technology happen, you can make more more efficiently in the lower prices, and you can make more supply. Decline technology is not common, but sometimes it can be happen if there is a earthquake or something that destroy technology. And then lower products taxes. This is mean VAT, yeah. If the product taxes is less, so therefore you have to the consumer need to pay less. The producer know they can make more and can sell more. That is shifting the supply to the right. And also the regulation. When the regulation price is less, they can produce more because yeah, the money that is you paid for the regulation can be put in the production line. Number of seller or supplier increase for sure because effective supply is the accumulation amount of the amount of product that you can supply. Okay, and then subsidies. If the government do subsidies for the raw material, for example, so it will be cheaper, so the producer can produce more. And also subsidies for the consumer to buy it. For example, pasar beras murah. So therefore, the consumer can buy more. The producer will produce more. Indirect taxes like VAT, price of related product. This is also the same, yeah. Substitute product. When the substitute product price increase, for example, tea and coffee, like before, the price of tea increase. So therefore, yeah, the demand of coffee will increase, right? So after all, but it's not direct, yeah. After several time, the supply of coffee will increase because the producer know that there is more demand on coffee, but it's not direct. Yeah, it's need time. And also the complementary product also, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so in this case of supply, the cost of production is not only about the price of raw material. It's also about the wages of the people that work, yeah, the worker and storage costs. Usually in the mini market, you will buy groceries more expensive. Why? Because the storage costs, like the pest management and also to provide refrigerator and so on. Storage cost is not cheap. And other expenses like transportation costs, that you need to transport the raw material from one place to other place. And new technology may reduce this cost. Before there is a refrigerator, the storage cost is more higher than now. Is higher than now, yeah. And also natural factor that can affect the price of raw material. This is indirect tax already. Subsidy is the money paid by the government of organization to lower price and encourage production. Yeah, this is how the supply curve can be saved. Less supply, go to the left, shift to the left. More supply, shift to the right. Okay, this is law of supply and demand that we have already discussed, and I already draw it in the class, and I already like. Remember also, if it's only because of the price is extension or contraction. Yeah, increasing in the amount is called extension. Decreasing of the amount in the one curve is called extension. Okay, this is about equilibrium. You can watch by yourself. Market equilibrium is basically the point where supply and demand balance. Both are happy, both producer that side in the supply and also consumer that side in the demand. Okay, government can intervene with that shift, the equilibrium, but usually because the shifting of demand and supply curve. Equilibrium price is the price when the market equilibrium found. And equilibrium quantities, the amount of quantities that in the market equilibrium. Or the other name of equilibrium price is market clearing price. Total revenue is the price time quantity. So I will move toward my pen here. Remember, in drawing demand and supply curve, you always put the quantity in y-axis. Yeah, don't mix up. Yeah, quantity always in x-axis. This is quantity. Yeah, never change. Yeah, this always quantity in this place. And this is price. Price always in the y-axis. Yeah, price quantity never be changed. Remember, the demand and supply, yeah, the supply always go upstairs, the demand always go downstairs, slope down. This is demand curve, yeah, this is demand, okay, and this is supply. Wait, I will change the role. Yeah, supply always go up like this one. Yeah, this is supply. Remember, so the point when the demand and supply meet is called equilibrium, market equilibrium. So this point, yeah, this point here, I will change the color. Well, wait, I will change the color and I will drop here, yeah. Okay, this is the equilibrium. This one. Why it cannot be? Okay, here. Yeah, is the equilibrium. Yeah, I will write it market equilibrium or A. Yeah. How about the revenue? The revenue is actually how many amount of quantity here? Okay. Quantity equilibrium quantity here ya. Equilibrium quantity. I will write equilibrium quantity. Yeah, here times equilibrium price. So here you times it with equilibrium price. Equilibrium price. This is called the market, the revenue. Yeah, so basically revenue is always price time quantity. That is revenue. Yeah, revenue usually calculate when the price in equilibrium. Okay, so this is if there is no shift at all. For example, there is increasing of harvest of strawberry lah. So there is only shifting on the supply. So I will write supply 1 here. Supply 1, and because there is an increasing of supply, so it's shift to the right. So there is no other supply here. Make sure that you draw the shifting parallel. Like this one, not this one, not this one, but parallel. Okay, this is supply 2. Okay, there is increasing of the harvest. Okay, the demand doesn't change. The supply change. Okay, so therefore, we have new equilibrium here. Okay, we have new equilibrium. This is equilibrium 2. Okay, so I will write it equilibrium 2. This actually move the supply to the right. Don't forget to draw the row. Here I will draw it. So the supply move to the right. Okay. Wait, my drawing is not that good. Okay. And then you drag it like this. So sorry. I will use the same color with before. So basically the first quantity is in this side. This one Q1 and this one is Q2. Okay. So there is increasing in quantity. So the quantity increase. Okay, I will use my drawing pad. So here the quantity increase. How about the price? If you drag the price here, the first price is higher than second price. So basically the price is decrease. So if I write here P1, P2, this is decreasing in the price. Okay, and so on. So basically is how to draw demand and supply graph. How about if the demand and supply is actually both shifted? If both shifted, one of the value, whether price or quantity, can be that 3 variables. So better to see in my Canva. So basically, this is the condition if not shift but only change in demand or supply. The change is only its extension or wait extension or wait if it's only extension or contraction. So if only extension of contraction of demand and supply here, like the market equilibrium, it will be happen that surplus or shortage. Surplus basically if the supply is more than the demand. There is more supply than demand. Usually when the price is increased, so therefore the producer make more supply. Okay, the shortage actually when the demand is more, like the abu-abu booming, than the supply. Okay, this is not perfect, so the equilibrium will be reached again, and it will be happen to remove the equilibrium by if there is more surplus, if there is excess supply, the price will be lower. When there is shortage, the price will be higher. So therefore, it's reduce the demand. This is the shifting in the demand. So basically, the example increasing of the demand. Why? Because there is new trend like the Labubu one. Wait, if the Labubu price, the people more willingness to buy Labubu, there is increasing of demand. It's price because it's trend. People usually FOMO. fear of missing out. So therefore, the increasing of demand. Already the supply will also increasing after they know that the demand increasing. But if it happen with the complementary goods or supplementary goods, it will not directly increasing the supply. So basically, like there is increasing of the price, decreasing of the price of milk. So therefore, the more people want to buy cereals. So it's only increasing of demand, not increasing of supply. Yeah, so therefore it's shifting the demand to the right, but not shifting the supply. However, the decreasing of demand also. This is actually when maybe people hear about rumor about that the food might cause poison. Yeah, like the case about the frozen shrimp from Indonesia that contain calcium, which is radioactive. That is the decreasing of demand of seafood maybe. But the supply still be the same because the producers, yeah, but currently it's already be banned. So therefore the supply also decrease. But before it's being banned, there is only decreasing on the demand because there is no people who want to be poisoned. Okay, and then this is about increasing in supply or decreasing in supply. Yeah, so basically, if there is winter, people know that we need jacket. So the demand, this is actually the demand and supply will increase. But for increasing supply only, for example, if there is more harvest of durian, the amount of consumer of durian will be still the same. Like me, I don't like durian. So the supply increase, the demand stay the same. How about the decreasing in supply? The decreasing in supply is happen if there is a failure of, for example, chili plant. But the amount of people that are willing to eat chili is still the same, right? So the supply also that decrease. Okay, this is that I said. When the demand of supply decrease, both should decrease. For example, there is a condition when the winter over. Yeah, it's already spring. How about the jacket? No one want to use jacket anymore. It is hot outside. So the demand decrease. And also the producer know that is for spring. Why should make more jacket? So the supply will decrease. Both demand and supply decrease. In this case, yeah, actually the quantity will be decreased. Yeah, the quantity will be decreased. However, the price, it depends on your graph. Can be the same, can be increased, can be decreased. So both, all of them is correct as long as you can prove it by your graph. Okay. And how about if the demand and supply increase? Like I use the example of winter coming and for the jacket. The demand will be increased because it's winter. People need jacket. The demand increase. And also the supply will increase because the producer now know that you will be demanded of jacket because that is the natural condition that always happen every time. Okay, so therefore the demand increase, supply also increase. Okay, so therefore in this case the quantity will increase, but the price can be decreased, can be increased, can be stay the same. It depends on your graph. Yeah, one more time. And when the demand decrease, supply increase. What happened actually? Actually, because maybe people already fit up with some food. For example, there is increasing of diabetes mellitus in the population. So for the cake, the demand will decrease. But there is the subsidy of for the sugarcane from the government because there is mass amount of harvest, so therefore there is more sugar. The price of sugar decrease, and you can make more cake with cheaper price. Supply increase, demand decrease. This is, in this case, in this case, you can see here, the price always decrease because the demand decrease. However, the quantity can be less, decrease, stay the same, or increase. Okay, that is when the demand decrease, supply increase. Opposite the demand increase and supply decrease. Demand increase because there is a trend. For example, you know that strawberry is good for your health, is superfood, so therefore demand increase. However, there is a failure of harvest of strawberry because the global warming, supply decrease, right? So for this case, the price will increase as the demand increase. Okay, however, the quantity can be stays the same, can be decreased, can be increased. So therefore, all of it, this one is correct. Okay, this is about elasticity. I will continue in the next video. Okay, so bye and